Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the second lecture, and the lecture is about the mitochondria and the energy production. First, we will know about the mitochondria and its structure. Mitochondria are the powerhouses of the cell because they are the principal sites for energy production. Their number in a cell depends on the amount of energy required, and the mitochondria increase in number when cellular needs increase. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया को पावर हाउस ऑफ द सेल बोला जाता है। क्यों? क्योंकि ये प्रिंसिपल साइट्स हैं फॉर द एनर्जी प्रोडक्शन। देयर नंबर इन अ सेल डिपेंड्स ऑन द अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड। इनका जो नंबर होता है एक सेल में वो डिपेंड करता है एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ द सेल। एज द एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट बाय द सेल इंक्रीज, their number also increase in a cell. Next, the structure of mitochondria. A mitochondria is composed of an outer and an inner membrane. The inner membrane has infoldings that provide cells for the attachment of oxidative phosphorylation enzymes for production of energy. The inner cavity consists of a matrix supporting substance that contain enzymes, coenzymes, cofactors required for extracting energy from nutrients. The matrix is the site of citric acid cycle, also known as tricarboxylic acid cycle and Krebs cycle. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में दो मेम्ब्रेन होते हैं, आउटर मेम्ब्रेन और इनर मेम्ब्रेन। जो इनर मेम्ब्रेन है वो इन फोल्डिंग्स होती है, which this enfoldings made the cells, and these cells have enzymes for the oxidative phosphorylation. Oxidative phosphorylation is the process of formation of ATP, as you know. While the inner cavity consists of the matrix. Matrix is the supporting substance that contain enzymes and coenzymes. The matrix have enzymes and coenzymes, cofactors, required for extracting energy from nutrients. These enzymes, coenzymes are required for extracting energy from nutrients. Nutrients like carbohydrate, protein, lipid, amino acid, glucose, free fatty acid. The matrix is the site of the citric acid cycle. Very famous is known as TCA cycle, Krebs cycle. The matrix is the site of citric acid cycle. This is about the mitochondria. Next, we are going to know about how energy production occurs in the cell. So, starting with the energy production, within mitochondria, energy is released from molecules by controlled metabolic oxidation. The aerobic stage in the catabolism of carbohydrate, lipid, and protein begins after formation of acetylcoenzyme from respective glucose, fatty acid, and some amino acids. The acetylcoenzyme that has been formed undergoes oxidation via the citric acid cycle within the mitochondrial matrix. Oxidation of acetyl groups involve the abstraction of electrons and their transfer to the cofactors nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide and flavin adenine dinucleotide, wherein the cofactors reduced to NADH and FADH2. The electrons carried by NADH and FADH2 are funneled to the electron transfer chain, a chain of electron acceptors that are an integral part of inner membrane, the shelf membrane of the mitochondrion. In the electron flow that follows ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, a high energy substance is synthesized from ADP, adenosine diphosphate. The process of oxidative phosphorylation, also NADH and FADH2 are reoxidized and hydrogen ions combine with oxygen to form water. About 90% of the total ATP formed from glucose metabolism is formed during oxidative phosphorylation. Described above, the water formed at this location is referred to as metabolic water, and the oxygen consumption for the body occurs at this location. So, in short, what is about energy production? It tells within the mitochondria, metabolic oxidation of the molecules, energy is released. But how? When oxygen is used, when water is formed, how oxygen is used, how water is formed, all these things are described here. Aerobic means that is occurring in the presence of oxygen. As you know, the catabolism of carbohydrate, lipid, and proteins, and the formation of acetyl coenzyme from respective glucose, fatty acid, and some amino acid. You know, carbohydrates break down into glucose, glucose further break down into pyruvate, pyruvate break down further into acetyl coenzyme. Similarly, fatty acids break down to free fatty acids. Free fatty acids are converted into by beta oxidation into acetyl coenzyme. Amino acids, proteins made up of amino acids are various types. They are from deamination. They convert into acetyl coenzyme. Okay, not all amino acids, but some amino acids. Amino acids have different mechanisms also. Now, the acetyl coenzyme A form, what happens? It comes into the citric acid cycle, TC cycle, within the mitochondrial matrix. See, undergoes oxidation via the citric acid cycle within the mitochondrial matrix. What happens in this cycle? There is a formation of reduced electron carriers, that is NADH and FADH2. These electron carriers are further utilized in electron transfer chain, and this electron transfer chain, what this electron transfer chain is responsible for the production of ATP from the ADP. This comes into detail how these productions occurs, how the transfer occurs. These all are come into biochemistry. We are studying physiology. So in brief, electron flow that allowed ATP, high energy substance, is synthesized from ADP in the process of oxidative phosphorylation, and the process of formation of ATP from ADP is known as oxidative phosphorylation. The cofactors, the electron carriers, that is NAD, FAD, they are converted to NADH and FADH2. After oxidative phosphorylation, these are reoxidized and further converted into FAD and NAD. But also in reoxidation of these cofactors, there is release of H plus ion, which combines with the oxygen that is inhaled by the nostrils, comes to the lung, and further goes to the cells. And in the cells, it is like at this location in mitochondrial. What happens? The H plus released by these cofactors, reduced electron carriers, combine with oxygen to form water, and this water formed at this location is known as metabolic water. So it is clear the site of metabolic water formation and the site of oxygen consumption in the body is the mitochondria. Okay, I hope you all understand the concept. Thank you.